Hey guys, it's Brooke with the Junk Parlor, and I am here for a show and tell. So we are in a different location than normal because we are in the back workshop that I have. I just got home, got things unloaded from the truck, and I'm going to show you what I got just super quick because I got a lot and it's 1 o'clock and my belly is saying, feed me. So let's get started. I'm just going to do a quick unload. Okay, so first up, I got these See and Say, this game, and it has some awesome cards in it. And so I just got it for that. You can take those cards, stick them in a flower frog, work them into your display. And then this thing, I have no idea what it is. It looks like it's deadly. Okay, it could be a trap or it could be something to clean your boots out on. I think it says something, so I'm hoping once I get it cleaned up, I can read what it says. Here's some Girl Scout Peanut Crunch tin. Awesome colors for spring. People collect matches. This one is neat because it's in a multi-box pack. I'm gonna go ahead and separate each one of them out, but I might also just use some because, hey, my son left our matches outside the other day and mom's trying like a million times to try and get them to start, and they're not starting. And I'm like, what is the freaking deal? Oh, it's because they've been sitting out in the rain and they're all wet. Like, they got wet, they weren't currently wet. And so they were just simply not going to strike. This is good filler. It's not really Spanish moss. I'm not sure technically what it's called. This one I don't think is an Aladdin. Normally it says Aladdin right here and I couldn't find that, but I don't know. I liked the way that it looked. And if you follow me very much, then you know I get a little bit of everything. Now, funny story about this. Some guy, I don't remember if he was at the shop or if he told me online or what the situation was, but he was like, oh, he just started laughing, and I'm like, what? And he's like, it's so funny because, I guess they always used to say, you don't know shit from Shinola, and that is a Shinola, shoe shine. So now every time I see something that says Shinola, I'm like, well, you don't know shit from Shinola. So taught me something new. These planter plates are great. You can turn them into a wreath, use them as a cloche base. I got a few different styles of calf wieners. This one needs to have like some kind of strap so it would hook on, but it's missing. And then I've sold these really well before, but they're also good just for clamping things, putting them on the edges of a shelf so that like it doesn't tip. And I'm not really sure what this is. It says something, Buck Brothers maybe. I figured it's some kind of, you hammer it, tamp something down. I wish the shovel had its like dowel rod handle there, but it doesn't. But I either am going to try and sell it like that, or I will just ask my dad to do it. Now, somebody did a handmade little tool burner there. This piece, I don't know. I've had some other things like this that were radios that someone turned into cabinets, but this one has been totally lined with wallpaper. Not sure, but I really liked it. You can see there, it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. And then I got a ton of dustpans. So dustpans are one of those things that maybe you're like, oh, why would anybody want to get those? Well, people get those because you can hang maybe 3 of them on the wall, and then you have a little collection. They're great for mud rooms. Thought this would be fun in a game room. They're great for mud rooms, laundry rooms, entryways. Got a few more little molds, and this basket I thought was cute, even though it's probably not super old or anything. Got an oil can. I got a girl that normally gets all of my oil cans, and then I got another oh, where's the name of it? Liquid wrench oil. And really because I think things sell well in collections or in groupings. And so now I think I have about 3 of those. They're all different colored ones. They have different looks. Corks I always grab, clothespins. Those are kind of newer clothespins, but I still grab them. I've been grabbing lots of pots. It is springtime. People are wanting to plant. This little basket, such a cute little size, and it has hooks here so it could clip on something, or it also has hooks there on top so you could add a wire to it. Now, these are attached, but I'm not really sure why, because they will come right out of this thing, I think. So I just got it for the spindles. You can put them in a pitcher or crock or vase. And this is just a cast iron piece that has been painted gold. I'm actually going to use some like this. I know how expensive these are new, but you can screw this into your wall, and then you can put a board here so you can use this as a shelf bracket. You can also stand it up and use the hole like a vase or to stick a flag in, but I'm going to be hanging some shelves. Then I'm guessing this says 11, 12, 18, 14. I'm guessing these are some kind of, they've got some patent things on it, 1926. I'm guessing something to do with the cast iron sink. I don't know why, that's what it makes me think of. Thermoses are always good. One of the girls in my mystery junk box, she does 3-dimensional art, junk art, and so I thought that'd be good for her. Look at that cute little shovel. And then this is super rusty crusty, but I'm going to clean it all up with a wire brush and clear coat it. And then this would be great sitting on somebody's counter as a riser or in the middle of your table. So I was excited about that piece. And then this shelf bracket is gorgeous. It's weathered just perfectly. I did grab some lids. I normally just grab enamel lids. That one I think might work with some pieces that I have if I don't have lids on them. Or 2, I get ones that I like their color, there's something different about them, or again, something that would look good as a grouping. Because you can take all of those and hang them on the wall with a plate hanger. Another little corbel, but you could use it just as a decorative piece on its own. I got a spring in here, a bunch of light bulbs. I like that this cigar box was divided, so kind of dual purpose. It was holding junk and will be good. I got some brass candlesticks. This metal piece, I just thought it was neat. You could add it onto any kind of crate or wooden box. This piece, a fun way to hang something. That had some old advertising on it. A drawer front with a unique handle. We've got a bike wheel, which always are popular, and a cream can, cream sieve, a milk sieve, whatever those are called. They set on top of a milk can, and then they would separate the milk. Now, this ice cream bucket, the metal, which you can't see, the metal rings that would have gone around it are missing. So what I'm going to do is glue it, rewire it, just with some wire that I have, and try and get it on there real tight. I think I have some things that kind of look like staples, and then you can put the staples in there to help hold it in place, and that should keep it together. I got a couple of these round cake pans, and they actually say Calumet baking powder, so I like that because they have the old advertising on them. And then there were just a couple aluminum tree branches. But, you know, if I ever get an aluminum tree, there's a good chance it's going to be missing some branches. And then these would be fun just to stick in things for Christmas or New Year's Eve parties or whatever as well. And then we've got in this milk bucket. This goes together somehow, and it was wrapped around those cake pans. So I think it is some kind of plate holder, but I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit and research it. Okay, some other things that I grabbed. This is a little shelf to mount to a wall if you didn't have very much space. We've got this mirror for a table, and it's a Lazy Susan. Then we've got this Charlie's Cookies tin. The lid is crazy rusty, but honestly what I might do is just pop the lid off and sell it as is without the lid. You can repurpose it. This is to dry corn, I think. I haven't seen one with a handle, but I'm probably just gonna cut it off here, and I like that it is red. And then these were probably legs or feet of something, but you know what? They would work perfectly as corbels underneath the counter. So you could have your, counter here and then your wall here, and you could do these either way. So I think 3 of them, just thinking about how my own bar countertop is on our peninsula in our kitchen, these would be perfect pieces for that. So someone else can do that. Now, this was a very different, I think it would be great to put some plants on. And I'm not sure, but I think it's just kind of like a recliner. So it looks like the back legs are broken, but if they are, they're built completely different than the front ones, because the front ones, the leg goes all the way through, and then this is wrapped around it. And here on the back, the wrapping is right here. So I think it's just kind of like a recliner bench, but that would be fun to put some little terracotta pots on, and then put your plants on it. So I went ahead and got that. Here's a couple more of those dust pans. And the ones I got really probably wouldn't look good together on the wall. But another thing you can do is hang them this way and then put some plants in them. Let's see, here are a couple pieces of architectural salvage. These would be great if you're into junk art. These have wings written all over it. Here is another piece of architectural salvage. I'm not really sure what it would have been off of. It almost makes me think of an acorn, but it would still look great. You could paint it and distress it. Little drawers, these are already red, so super cute color, grabbed those. And then another rusty crusty metal piece. I thought again it would be a good trivet or good for layering, just needs to be cleaned up with a wire brush. This one is cracked, but again, a little planter. And where I go, it's so dark that it's really hard to scout out cracks a lot of times. This is a Photo Hobby printer. I'm probably just gonna cut the cord off because I think someone would just buy it for this. And I don't know exactly how it works. I'm gonna need to research a little bit, but it's just a different piece, something that everybody's not gonna have. This buggy is super cute, has all of its wheels, and is in really good shape. This thing, I'm not really sure what it was for. This handle slides or can move. There's tape on this end because it was keeping something in, and then there's like wire on here. So I don't know. You could put 2 strawberry baskets in it possibly. You could maybe put CDs in it. I'm sure we could come up with some other things, terracotta pots or something, but it's red, metal, vintage. I liked it. These accordion hangers have been selling really well, so I grabbed another one of those when I saw it. And this has like a million layers of paint on it. This little wall mounted candle holder, so I grabbed that as well. Okay, next up, I try to get medicine bottles whenever I can find them. This one says like Castoria or something on it. I got these receipts for a tire and battery service vehicle. I got a bunch of just like old pumpkins that were in a pile. Can paint those white, set them out for fall, even though it's spring. This wooden little cup here I grabbed. This little witch's hat I grabbed because anytime you do a craft, I feel like finding a hat, like a snowman hat or a witch's hat, is always really hard. I think I have this exact same bowl, and I think having a pair of them is going to help it sell. And then here is another one of those things that goes on a milk can. So you can turn those into lights. I have them on my milk cans with a plant in it. And that second style is so much lighter than the first one. I just like this amber jar. It's got a nice wide mouth on it, so grab that. And then we've got a sugar sack. It's got a girl on it. I don't know if this is jadeite. I didn't have a black light, and it does not have any markings on the bottom, so it's just going to be a surprise. This kind of looks like a McCoy duck, but again, oh, the mouth is really cracked. Darn it. But it was not marked. And then we have these little turkey salt and pepper shakers, and then this was there with some Halloween stuff. I don't know if you can see, there's like a spider sticker on it. But little candle votives like this, you can turn them upside down and put them on a terracotta pot and make a little terrarium. So I went ahead and grabbed one of those so I could demonstrate that for my followers on social media. I'm going to throw that candle away, but I really liked the jar holder, even though it's teeny tiny. And then we got this sack that has a rooster on it, which I just love. And those are great to just hang up, or you can totally repurpose. We got this blue striped, I think this is a yellowware bowl. We've got, I don't know if this is Virgin Mary, but it's praying, and that's funny. They used Monopoly money to fill in here. I pulled the flowers out and threw those away already. And then cake stands have been selling really well. They're great to use for risers. Personally, I don't really care if they're old or scratched up because I'm going to cover them up anyway. Here's the other turkey salt and pepper shaker. And then this is a little Lion Coffee Easter advertising card. And this one is for some kind of tablet, and it says Alice. And I've got a good customer named Alice. I'm not sure if this is really something that she collects, but it makes me think of my good customers when I find things with their names on it. Okay. Next up, we got this bread tin. It does have some surface rust on it, but you know, if nothing else, you can stick it out in your porch and put a plant in it. Okay, also in today's pick, I got a ton of milk glass vases. There are more somewhere. I don't even know where I put that thing. Okay, so I grabbed some more brass candlestick holders. We have just a handle in here. This little like toy colander, toy iron, great color with a pink handle. I got a ton of door handle, like back plates. I sold all of my spools literally, so I'm back up to about 5 right now. This was a little base to a plastic cloche, just like one of those teeny tiny ones. And I went ahead and grabbed it because I always am looking for cloche bases. Then we got this little candle snuffer. Got another little iron. This one is just silver aluminum. And then this medicine bottle has Lydia's name on it, I think. There's another cork down in here, and then there's this cute wooden box. and it has some treasures inside as well. Got a couple lids. These have already sold. A little, what do you call this? A tea basket. This little blue jar. I have another one like it. This one has the lid. The other one that I have doesn't, but I need to be on the hunt for a lid that will match. And then these pieces I got for my mystery junk box girl that does the mixed media art. And I am getting ready to put on my website these pre-packaged boxes. And one of your options, so you could pick like kitchen, mudroom, game room, and get things like this in your box. And then one of them is also for crafters and junkers and artists that use junk. And so you would get some things like that I am thinking of for one of my mystery junk box girls. So the mystery junk box, you are going to fill out a junk style survey and basically tell me what things you're interested in, what you collect, what you're trying to decorate in your home, and I hunt for things for that. If you buy a themed box, then that one, you don't fill anything out and you just get things based off of which theme you pick. We got this sugar bucket. This one does not have a lid. It is nice and old, and I might have this one sold. So I've got somebody looking for some sugar buckets. And then this is kind of like what, a retro sugar bucket. This one was actually a shoe shining kit. And I got a brush in here for my brush girl and a couple little safety pins. These are like, for horse tack, I think. But sometimes these are like ice boxes as well, coolers. Then I got a couple of gourds today, and then these are bells. So I thought at Christmas time I could spray paint these white or green or red or something and use those. And then chairs have been selling really well. I've got a couple of girls that follow me that collect little chairs like this. You can put a terracotta pot on it and a plant. You could line up some books and put on it. So lots of different options for those chairs. Then there is a masher in here. I loved the stand on this. So you could even take this off and put a plate or a bowl so that you can show off the legs of this even more. Sometimes I do separate out these pieces. Then this copper tea kettle does not have a lid, but it would be super cute with a plant in it. And then this is a copper sprayer. The other ones that I have are green glass and probably about a fourth of this size. This one is huge, but I loved it because it was copper. Okay, then I got a wood lid. I got it just to have on hand because that is always nice, but you could also take this handle off and use this as a cloche base. And this also would probably be a good size if you take a grinder and you clamp this on the grinder, then this becomes your little shelf. I've done that before. This cute cutting board, great size and great patina. And then I got this stoneware crock. I've got a girl looking for some. This one is nice and dirty. And then we got this hardware drawer. And then in it, I put, these are like gingerbread house forms. And the ends of them are in this box, along with some rusty shoe forms. This lid, I don't know how it got cut apart. It looks intentional, but I think that would be cute hanging on the wall. It's almost like an oven lid or oven hood. So I just thought it was different. I like getting things that are different that everyone else isn't gonna have. I do know that my style is a little junkier than some people like, But some people really like that I sell the little junkier stuff because, I mean, you can repurpose literally everything and make it look cute and stylish in your home. This little crate, it looks like it's got some weaving, or not weaving, but water damage, but I just liked the texture and look of it. Okay, we are getting near the end. So this is a jar grabber, and those are always sell well for me. And then I just liked this red stapler, so I grabbed it. And this can has tons of springs, and you can turn those into snowflakes and different things. So always good for a project. It's already got a hole for a terracotta pot. We've got some clothespins. I've literally sold all of my clothespins, so even though those aren't quite as old as some others that I've had, they're still old and have a great patina and will look great in a jar in somebody's laundry room. There are 3 of these old, what is it, cellophane wreaths. So whether I try and sell those now or later is to be determined. Another brush for my brush girl. You can stand up flower frog, or use it like a flower frog. Stand up a bunch of different postcards or pictures. This one is an awesome color. I think it's that, what do you even call it? Namaji pottery. There is a chip in that one, but one of my girlfriends, she collects those, and so I'm gonna save it for her. I got some more lids. Got another coffee tin. I got a bunch of, what does it even say? It's, I don't know. It says Eastman Kodak Company. So it's some kind of chemical for your film. But I got a bunch of those, and just any of these bottles that had labels on them, whether they're medicine bottles or for films. And then I got a couple of awesome aprons. These little nail aprons will wash up just fine. Great on a mannequin. You can put garden stuff in them. You can use them as a cafe curtain or a valance. This one says round oak on it. Teeny little apple bucket, a lard bucket. This is a lid, but I might have a piece that this would go with. It's probably from a cream can, again, having to do with dairy farm. I think if you paint this little house, it's gonna turn out super cute. And then this random wood piece, I don't know. I just liked it, so I grabbed it. But I thought you could put some kind of ball or egg now that it's Easter and or spring, and put something on there. I don't know, it just called my name. And then we got this apple basket totally full of these milk glass vases. Another thing I got tucked over here in this corner is this laundry basket. I had another one and I just sold it. These are a little bit newer, you can tell from the color, but they're still great for your pillows or blankets, and you can close them up, tuck the legs in, and then use the basket on your tabletop even. It's super cute. And then here is some other things laid out. The broom I just thought was awesome. A spindle. This fork has a great carving on it, even though I'm missing the spoon, and then a couple little pieces of architectural salvage.